Welcome to what promises to be an extremely exciting episode of Gliding to Glory. Not only do we have all kinds of packs that we need to open up, but I did go ahead and complete all of the fantasy objectives, which means we have enough fantasy collectibles for 2 guaranteed B&D fantasy players. So I'm going to head into these sets and we're going to complete 2 of these ones right here that you see. We're getting 2 random bound fantasy cards added to the team. But of course, I'm going to do the big pack opening first, just in case we end up pulling a fantasy card. Now, the odds of that actually happening are extremely slim, but I suppose you never know. Now, here's a reminder of what the team was looking like at the end of the last episode of Gliding to Glory. It's pretty solid, right? Well, I can tell you right now, we're probably going to be changing it a bunch. We should be able to make another MSP here today. We're adding a couple of fantasy cards, whether they're on the team right now or later down the line. So this team is once again getting some big upgrades. Now, super quickly, in case you don't know what this is my No Money Spent series, Gliding to Glory, where I'm only allowed to play the game 1 hour a day. I mainly play Cup Chase, I do a bunch of hot moments, and sometimes I try to squeeze in wildcard. However, admittedly, this past week I haven't gotten much wildcard in because I've been focusing on getting the fantasy objectives done. And as you can see, we're almost done the marquee event objectives as well. We have all this done right here. In terms of XP, we have a lot of stuff done as well. And one more quick side note, I'm also not allowed to use the auction house except when the objectives specifically call for me to do so. So right now I'm gonna head on the auction house and buy the 8 cheapest things I can buy. Now, I actually don't want to spend coin. I am not a fan of spending coin. This is not, what I want to do. I want the series to be full, no coin, no auction house, whatever. However, when it comes to the objectives, it makes 0 sense for me to stay that way. Like, this 8K is a big deal, right? It's going to help us get through the XP path. We need to be able to complete the XP path. So we are going to go ahead and buy 8 items. But what I'm not going to be doing is selling items. So whatever we buy, we can just, put in the collection. Maybe we buy jerseys, so that way it's, nothing actually affecting the team. We're really going to be spending a lot of coin here, though, like 950. Oh, God, it's so much. It is so much more than I want to spend. Okay, we got some players here for 850. I just feel like it's kind of a waste, you know what I mean? Like, it's 8,000 XP, and that's going to help us, because if we get the 8,000, we also have a chance of getting the extra 13,000. That gets us through the path even quicker. But it is 8,000 coins that we're using to do this. So I went ahead and did that. I bought 8 players. All of them were 77 overall. So at least we can trade them in and upgrade them for like a 79. I think that's the set. It's like 78 or 79 that you can get. I forget what it is exactly, but 8,000 XP. That gives us a couple more of the XP collectibles, and we get a 76 plus pack. My mistake, a 78 plus pack, even better. Let me get rid of these collectibles, and then we'll get started with our pack opening here. I'm going to see if I can make one more pack using these collectibles, though.
5 minutes later.
All right, and here we go. I was able to make one more pack. So we have a bunch of packs to open up. And yes, I am going to be showing the 76 overall packs, the guaranteed 78s, whatever, because there's a chance at a fantasy card, right? This is the only other week, besides last week, that I'm going to do that. But I figured, why not? We can look through everything. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we pull something cool. We probably won't, but you never know. Let's see what we're going to be adding to the team this week. So we had a bunch of 75s there. And everything, again, is going to get traded in and upgraded to higher overall cards. So we're getting these 75s. They'll get turned into 77s, which are going to be 79s, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that is legitimately happening every single week. And I'm not going to make you watch me do all that as we get another 75. But just know that every week we are getting more and more stuff for the collection. We're upgrading cards. It's going to be great. 76, an 80 Marco Rossi, and I will not be upset with an 80 overall card. We need 82s, right? If we're looking to make an MSP here today, we need 2 82 overall players. So that is the goal out of this pack opening. 2 82s. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if we can get those 82s, it'll help us with getting another MSP on the team, and that would be huge. Guess I also need to decide which MSP I want to add to the team. I didn't really think about it, but we got to look through and see who we want to add. Do we want to go forward or defense this week? So we have a 76 and another 76. We did already make Jack Hughes from this event, so I suppose we could make a defenseman. We'll have to take a look and see how the chemistries are playing out. As we get another 80 here in Yuso Vaino. Guaranteed 78 overall player. Please be a fantasy card. That's all I ask. Nope, not going to happen. We get Mistelbacher, 78 overall, 87 acceleration, 88 speed. I also just want to point out, I assume the fantasy cards are available in these packs. They never actually came out and said that they are, but why wouldn't they be, right? You can pull any 78 overall player out of here. I can get event cards, and technically fantasy cards are event cards, right? So if fantasy cards aren't available in these packs, that would be a ripoff. I just don't see a scenario where that's the case, so let's hope that they are available and that we're not just wasting our time opening these. I mean, in reality, we're not going to get one anyways, but the suspense and the potential of it is always exciting, right? You never know. We had a 76. Bang, an 81 Brian Prop out of the weekly moment pack, or whatever they're called, the headliners packs. That's actually really solid. I will take that. Best pull of the day so far. Let's do our guaranteed 78 plus. We have a couple of these from the XP path. This one's going to be a 79. We do have a couple of guaranteed marquee players. Now, the 80, I mean, I don't even know if we really need them anymore, right? We only have the complete games objective, and I think it's hits. Maybe it's slap shots for the other one. So, either way, like, we're pretty much almost done. I'll double check what it is, just so that way I'm not looking like a fool here. We need to, no, that's slap shots for that one. We need to get hits. So if we just get hits with marquee players, we'll get the rest of the objectives done there. So we don't need like all these lower overall marquee players. Like they're not going to help us in any way besides going into more sets or whatever. But we're not going to be putting like this random 80 Sam Carrick. He's not going to be on the team to help us with the objectives. We already have almost everything done. So that's exciting. You know, we're not going to have to worry about objectives for this upcoming week. We can kind of just relax and do our own thing. I'll be able to play online this week. We have a guaranteed 81 alumni player here, and it's going to be Joe Mullen. But yeah, I'll actually get to play online this week, which is kind of nice, kind of exciting. I don't really get to do that too often, but it looks like the second week of every event, this is how this is going to work out. So the first week, I really have to focus on doing all the objectives, getting the cards I need, and then the second week, we can breeze through the objectives, allowing us to do whatever we want for the rest of the week. So it's going to be an interesting series. Things are definitely going to be done differently than years past. But in the end, I think that the team's still going to end up working out about the same. Like, it's still going to look really good. We're still going to have a lot of coins. We don't have to worry too much about, like, grinding a specific mode. This is going to be good. What hasn't been good is any of these packs, and I'm not expecting too much. I got to be honest with you. Like, you can't really expect a ton out of the packs because they're not, you know, guaranteed 82s or anything like that. And unfortunately, that's just the way that the game is this year. So we had an 81 Reagan Kirk. Well, welcome to the pack. Thanks for being here. Anything else? The answer is no, but I'll take another 81. But yeah, at the end of the day, unfortunately, just the way that EA wants this to be, this is intentional. They want you to earn a ton of cards, but you got to use the upgrade sets, and you got to, you know, actually be willing to play all the different modes and whatnot. You can still have an amazing team. You don't need to spend money. You don't need to spend a lot of time. Like I said, like I'm doing an hour a day, and the teams are going to look great. Unfortunately, it just means that you're not going to be having a ton of fun, right? And that's kind of the opposite of what should be in this mode. You should be playing for fun. All right, let's do our gold crown pack. 5 items, including a guaranteed 82. So that 82 is going to help us with an MSP here today. This is a very important pack for us. We're going to get a 76. We had an 82 Cam Talbot from the event. So there we go. We get an event card in this pack. Anything else going to be in this pack? We had a 76, a 77, and another 77. All right, but we'll take our 82, and that will help us get an MSP. That is awesome. Very helpful. Love that. Need more of that to happen. More 82s. I know that was guaranteed, but we need more of that. So we get a 76 Nate Smith. Another guaranteed 81 overall player from the XP path. This one's going to be Tucker Robertson at 81. He's got 90 acceleration, 88 speed. How does he have 87? Whatever, it's fine. The rest of the card really isn't that good, but interesting. Okay, so we get a transactions card. This is what I'm talking about, though. You can get random event cards, random special cards throughout all these random packs. Why wouldn't you be able to get a fantasy card? I feel like it's going to be extremely rare, but it has to be possible. You know what I mean? So we get nothing here. Running low on packs, not the best pack opening, unfortunately. We did get some stuff that'll help us with objectives and whatnot, and it'll help us with the sets that we need to complete. But at the end of the day, we're still looking for a big pull, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be coming, which is a shame. It would be nice to, you know, get some luck here from the packs. The good news is, right after we're done these packs, we are doing 2 fantasy B&D packs. And I think I'm going to do the Metro. So I think the Metro is the best division to do. And I think we'll also just do like a random one. Instead of picking another division, let's just do the big random one. So we'll do the random one first, see who we get. And hopefully it's not a Metro player, you know what I mean? And then we will decide what we want to do from there. But we'll probably end up doing the Metro. Hopefully get like Taylor Hall or Matt Barzell or something. But I think the Metro is the best one to do. If we want a chance at like a 99 anyways, I feel like that's the best one to do, right? Guaranteed 78 is going to be Luca, long name, yep. Get through these packs here. We'll go skip them. I'm not expecting anything out of here. Just 75s and whatnot. But again, these 75s are all going to get upgraded. I'm going to do that after this pack opening. Just that way we know what we have for our collection. If we want to make another MSP, which I think we're going to do. We should have enough collectibles saved up from the last couple weeks that we should be able to make a couple of the 82s. We have the 82 Albert Johansson sitting in the inbox. So we'll have a lot of 82s to trade in. I think we need one more. Maybe we make one more. But either way, we'll add another MSP to the team. We'll add our fantasy stuff as we get another 75 Weekly Headliners Players Pack. We actually pulled an 81, I believe, in one of these earlier. Unfortunately, this one has nothing. Guaranteed 78 plus incoming. Please be an 85. Timothy Liljegren. No, 81 Matthew Nyes, though. I'll take it. And the final pack, our Season 1 Premium Pack. Again, not expecting anything here, but color change would be nice. Anything? The answer is no. Now we head into the inbox, where we have a marquee collectible to trade in. I forgot about that. So yeah, marquee collectibles are good. Here's 4,000 coins getting added to the total, which is going to be helpful. There is that Aljo, so Aljo is going to be used to make an MSP for us. And then yes, we have all these fantasy hockey collectibles that we're going to be trading in. What is going to be happening is it's fantasy hockey pack time. Now I need 32 collectibles to do 2 of them. I'm certain I have 32 collectibles. I did all the objectives and moments and whatnot. We have our 32 collects. All right, let's do the random fantasy hockey bound set. This is one of 32 different players available here. We're just going to do the random one. We're going to see who we get, and then we're going to pick our division after this. Most likely going to be the Metro, depending on what we get in this pack. So, random fantasy hockey player number 1 on the day. There are a lot of different cool options that we could get. There's a few players I wouldn't want, obviously, but for the most part, I'm actually pretty excited just to get through this, see who we get, and see who we're going to be rooting for throughout the season. I'm going to turn notifications on for the specific player from the Score app. So every time they score a goal, and I'm going to do this for every fantasy card I have, but every time they score a goal, I'll get a notification on my phone just to make things a little bit more exciting. So a random fantasy hockey player, it could be any of the cards we just looked at. Who are we going to be adding? Who is it going to be? We get Brady Shea. We get an MSP, which is interesting, but Brady Shea is going to need 12 goals to hit 99, which feels like a lot. Wait, why is it a choice pack? EA, wait, what is this? How could this be a choice pack? I get to choose one EA, what the fuck is this? How did that happen? Now, taking a look at Brady Shea's last few years, he had 10 goals last year, 13 the year before, and 18 the year before that. So we need him to pop off this year, score a couple goals early so that way he's usable to be on the team. But taking a look at his stats across the last 3 years, I think 12 goals is obtainable. Remember, defensemen get a +2 for every goal they score. Now, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and do the Metro, as we get a Nashville Predator. Luckily, we can do the Metro pack and not worry about it. So we're doing a Metro. Let's see who we're going to be grabbing. Now, from the Metro, we could get Anthony Beauvillier, the MSP Taylor Hall, Andre Palat from the Devils. We could get Ivan Provorov, Sean Couturier, who I already have on my main team. Matt Barzal would be sick. Alexis Lafreniere, which I don't think would be a bad one. And there's also Chris Letang, but we just got Brady Shea. I don't want another defenseman if I'm being honest, which means I'm probably getting the defenseman. Here we go. Fantasy BND pack number 2 on the day. We've already added Brady Shea MSP. And in this one, who are we going to be adding? Please don't be Chris Letang. Anyone but. Bang, I'll take Beauvillier. I like that. That is a player we can put on our team right now. That is sick. I'm actually very happy about that. Now, admittedly, I don't know how many goals he'll actually score, but in 81 games last year, split between the Pittsburgh Penguins and Washington Capitals, he did have 15. And 15 is the amount he needs this year to hit 99. He only had 2 goals in 18 games for the Caps, but then in the playoffs, he had 2 goals in 10 games. So while he may not be the best player, and I'm not expecting him to hit 99 in a few weeks, this is a player we can put on our team right now. It makes the team better right now, and it's going to go up throughout the year. I'm actually very happy with this. Are there others I would have liked to have gotten instead? Sure, but Beauvillier makes the team, and on top of that, the fact that he has a chance at 99, still very happy about this. Also, it's kind of funny, this is not a choice pack, so why was the first one a choice pack? What the hell? Alright, and now for the fun part, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do all of our upgrade sets. How many 74 plus can I do? All these 75 overall cards. How many do we have? So we're going to be trading in 41 75 overall cards, and then from there, we're going to open up our packs, and then we're going to trade in the 76 and 77s we get, so that way we get the 78 or 79 overall cards, and we already have 30 of those, and we're going to be getting more. This is going to take a long time. I'm going to skip the entire process. If anything cool happens, I'll let you see. I'll meet you back here when we're ready to make our MSP player.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, that is all done. We got all our players. That took way too long. I hate the menus. I hate the sets. It's not fun, but what is fun is making cool cards. And what we're going to be doing here, well, first off, we need to see how many of these collectibles we have to trade in. I believe we should have enough for 282 overall players from the event. Indeed we do. We have 69 of them, so we can trade in 30 here for a guaranteed 82. We'll do this twice. That's 2 82s towards an MSP right here. And all of that's just by logging in every day, doing the objectives, and I think I got like 6 games of wildcard in last week. Didn't get any in on this one yet. Now, it's not going to matter who we take here, because we're just going to be trading them in. We're not going to be adding any players to the team. And Dawson Mercer, I think, is one of the best event cards, and he's already on the team, so we're just not going to worry about it. We're going to take whoever here, and this is 2 players that we already have to trade in. We have Cam Talbot, that's 3. We have Aljo, that's 4. So we are looking pretty good here. We need 182 overall card, and you know what? I think we can make one if we don't have one. In reality, the question isn't, can we make one? It's, who should we make? You have Aaron Ekblad as an option here for right D. Another option here is Adam Fox. We have Clayton Keller as an option, but we just made Jack Hughes, and I don't know if we should have 2 extremely small left-hand forwards from the same event. Kirill Marchenko is another option. He looks really solid. We also have Matvey Michkov. Again, small, left-handed, so I don't know if we're going to make him. Another defenseman here in Josh Morrissey. We have Shea Theodore, and then we have the goalies here with Andrei Vasilevsky, and we have Dustin Wolf. They unfortunately didn't give us any good centers here. Like, Jack Hughes is a center, but he only has 82 faceoffs, so I really wish we got a center here to help us down the middle. That's not the case. That's not what happened. I'm thinking we could go with a left defenseman here, if there's a left defenseman from Canada, and then we'll get the +2 on them. This would be the end of Damon Hunt, but that would be really helpful on the defense, I think. So let's do that. Shea Theodore is from Canada. He has Warrior and Pressure Plus for abilities, 86 speed and Excel. Josh Morrissey is also from Canada. He has Rocket and Quick Pick with 86 speed and Excel. Morrissey is smaller, but he has better stick checking at 90. Body checking's at an 85. Theodore has 88 stick checking, 85 body checking. So yeah, we're going to go with Josh Morrissey. So there we go. There's our new MSP. I like that too. I have Josh Morrissey on one of my other teams. He's actually a really solid card. Now, can we make him right away? We can. We can do this right now. We'd have to trade in the Marco Rossi Team of the Week we pulled. I am not going to be getting rid of Marco Rossi. These 82 overall Team of the Week players can make an 85 Team of the Week. I don't want to get rid of that. So now I need to find an 82 overall player. I guess I could just trade in Dawson Mercer because we're going to be adding Anthony Beauvillier to the team anyways. So let's do that. We're going to trade in the Dawson Mercer. So all 5 of the players being traded in are from the marquee event, and that's going to give us an 85 overall Josh Morrissey. Now, when it comes to the Team of the Week, when taking a look here, we have 2 of the players needed with Marco Rossi and Damon Hunt. Rossi we got in our Team of the Week choice pack last week. And this is what we have for the team as of right now. Justin Barron going to play with Josh Morrissey. The second line is now Alfredson, Sagan, Beauvillier, and the third line here has Dennis Rasmussen. Now, the problem that I'm having is that we don't have enough players from the Metro in order to keep the team like this, so we do have to make a change. If I could just throw in a goalie from the Metro, I absolutely would, but we don't have any. Somehow, all of our goalies are not from the Metro. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. None of my Swedish forwards are from the Metro either, which is a big shame, because with the Swedish player here on the third line, we're actually getting a +2 overall for Holik and Olofsson. So we may have to ditch the +1 overall boost here for the second line and put in a player from the Metro on the second line instead. Someone like Joe Mullen. You know what? Joe Mullen could get added to the squad here. I know that helps out with the AP at least, right? The AP boost is important, not as important as I feel like overall, but Joe Mullen, let's take a look at your stats. Are you someone we want to use? All right, realistically, probably not. Let's keep looking. Brian Prop's another option, but probably not going to use him. We have the Tucker Robertson Transactions card I got from doing the upgrade sets. He's got 90 acceleration, 88 speed. He can't shoot the puck worth crap. He has elite edges, though. We also have Trevor Zegras, which is kind of interesting. That might be all right. So Zegras might be in the lead here. Sam Carrick is an option for the marquee event. We also have Jonathan Drouin, 88 speed and excel. Kind of hard to pass up on that. You know what? Let's try out someone new. Let's go with Tucker. We're just going to go with Tucker. He's got the best skating. He's right-handed. He's going to be playing on the left wing. I like that. So there you go. That is going to be the team heading into this upcoming week. We also get the AP boost here for all Canadians, so I like that as well. So we're up to 27 in terms of ability points. This is good. This is the team. And actually, we have to upgrade Thatcher Demko too. Forgot all about that. Thatcher Demko going from an 82 to an 83 overall because we have the tokens. So there we go. And we need one more token to get him up to an 84 as well. So Thatcher Demko going to be max soon enough. Now, we know that the new event is going to be starting this upcoming Tuesday. We'll be taking a look at all the cards here on the channel and making a decision on what I want to do with that event here for Gliding to Glory. But this is the team heading into Tuesday. Let me know down below what you think of the squad that I've put together by playing 1 hour a day, every single day, with some added time on Sundays to complete sets, open up packs, etc. But this is the squad. We added Anthony Beauvillier. We also have the Brady Shea fantasy card, not currently on the team. Hopefully he gets upgraded. But I think the team is looking pretty solid. Alright, without further ado, it's time to hop into a game. We have our game. We're playing Big Nate. He's got Solani, Fedorov, and Bennett. Wish me luck. The guy's gonna have a good team, but we've got all the heart. We've had some new players here today with Morrissey and Beauvillier, and we're looking to get a big win here. So let's see what we can do. Pasta in, across the Hughes. That one almost went. That would have been a good start. Morrissey and his debut. Can't get that one to go, but looks like we could have a good game here. Pasta with a shot, saved by the goalie. Of course, we'll take a look at our opponent's team at the intermission. Shot by Justin Barron's going to get saved, as shots are already 3-0 very early into this one. Holik over the Olofsson. Back the whole league out in front. Good save. And it's going to be Thatcher, Demko, and net. So, battle of the Demkos. Shots are 5-2 so far. I'm feeling pretty good. See if we can set up a 1T here with McTavish. Win the puck back. Go for the little slap shot opportunity. Didn't really get the play I wanted there, unfortunately. It's okay. We still have possession, though. Olofsson. Can't get the one to Dahlin. Now he does. Guy's sitting in the middle. We're just waiting for me to make a mistake. He does not want to play manual defense. Drake Batherson brings it in. Little stop up. Short side shot. Not going to go on Demko. Good steal by Morrissey, and here we go. This is a chance. Can't get around Chara. Chara just such a menace out there. Every time I play Chara, man, he's such a god. And when I have him on my team, he sucks. 25 seconds to go here in the first period. Bernie Federico is going to bring it in. There's a shot. Not going to go through. There's another shot saved by Demko. 4 seconds to go. No mistakes happening here. And we're going to head into the second period tied at 0. Your stats after 1, shots in our favor, hits in our favor, time and attack in our opponent's favor somehow. Our opponent's goalie is the 82 overall Thatcher Demko. He's got the 85 Wilson, Troy Terry at an 84, Timo Solani at an 86, actually an 88 though, I believe. The boosts just aren't active, I don't know why. 82 Lindholm, he's got Leach, 84. Guy's team is solid. Let's see what we can do here in the second period. Hopefully get on the board. We have lots of shots here, lots of chances, nothing behind Thatcher Demko. That was a bad pass as we give up that puck. Drew Doughty gets it up to that Tom Wilson. I don't know why the boosts were inactive, but he definitely has Solani at an 88. I think we saw that on the main screen, so not sure what the deal is with that. Shot by Wilson, saved by our Demko. Come on, get the puck. Get the puck, let's go. All right, Ron Francis is going to bring it out. Let's get that one over to Hughes. Little toe drag around Doughty. And that's not going to work. Man, I have no space. Uh-oh. Get back, Hughes. Get back. Okay, that's not going to go somehow. All right, and now Beauvillier has the puck, and he's in on a chance. He goes to the backhand, and what a save by Thatcher Demko. Holy crap. Beauvillier almost gets his first as a member of G2G. Short-handed opportunity for Danny A. A little toe drag to the front. Going to go just wide, and that puck's going to get all the way out, and now here's a chance for Wilson the other way. Dahlin trying to get back. Dahlin. I always get it wrong. It doesn't matter. Good D-play. I got him to leave the middle of the zone, but I couldn't get that puck through the Olofsson. Otherwise, that would have been a goal. If you want to beat the skill zone, you got to get them out of the middle. He left. I just couldn't capitalize. That pass gets through. It's a 1-0 game. Unfortunately, didn't get it through. Hit the goalie. As we are still tied at 0 here in the second period. Not a lot of whistles. Not a lot going on. But here comes Bennett. Hughes trying to catch him. He won't, but Thatcher Demko with a huge save. Been using Demko on all 3 of my teams, and he's been good for all 3 of them. 5 seconds to go here in the second. There's been absolutely no action in this game. Nothing's going on. Sagan can't get the shot off. And we're going to head into the third period tied at 0. There's a look at the stats. Still have a lead in shots and hits. We now have a lead in time on attack. Taking a look at some more players on our opponent's squad. He's got the 86 Fedorov. Drew Doughty at an 85. Tanner Pearson's a really interesting one at 78 overall. Michael Bunting on the team as well at 83. That's an interesting card. Haven't seen him very often. 85 done. All right, well, let's see if we can beat him here in the third period. We got to get through that skill zone. It's been tough. Guys just kind of sitting there, not playing manual D, which means the AI is doing all the work for you, right? Which is smart. Like, it's a smart way to play. Just frustrating. Good steal by Dahlin to Beauvillier. Here we go. We're going to set something up. That was a terrible pass. Oh, would have been a great opportunity to set something up, and I made a bonehead decision. I think he's going to push here. So I'm going to try and counter that. And we'll see what we can do. Oh, he jumped. Let's go. We get possession. There's a shot. Saved by Demko, and we now have full pressure. That is a huge, huge play. He comes from out of the middle. There's a shot. Oh my god, Pasta hits the post. Are you joking? That was our big chance to get on the board here, break the skill zone. We do, and unfortunately, Pasta hits the post, and now this guy goes for a wrap, not able to hit it, but man, gonna be a close finish here. Hughes with it, toe drag, shot, blocked. Otherwise, that's probably in as well. 11:50 to play. You want to go for it? I'll go for it too, my friend. Beauty backhand activates. Victor Olofsson gives us a 1-0 lead. We're in the third period. We got the lead. Let's hang on to it. I showed you guys he was going for wraps. He went for this move probably 5 times now. I go for it. We hit it. Let's hang on to this. A big goal from Victor Olofsson gives us a lead. Less than 10 to play. Let's see if we can hang on to the lead. Hopefully we do. Here comes McTavish. Come on, guys. Go get him. Go get him. Or not. Done. At the top of the point. I can't hit him, but luckily... Oh my god, Hughes didn't go get the puck! Oh, that was great. He went for another wrap there. Jesus. Here's Bernie Federico. Now down onto the 4th line. Oh, there's Sam Bennett in all alone. Saved by, guess who? Thatcher Demko. Best goalie in this game. Here we go, Jack. End this game. Jack Hughes in on a breakaway. Scores! Jack Hughes gets the goal. We're up 2-0. That will be your dagger. Admittedly, not a very entertaining game, not a lot going on, but we do end up getting a couple goals here in the third. Jack Hughes gives us the win. All right, let's go. All right, good game to this guy. We end up picking up the win. 2-0 is your final score. Hold on, Pasta, shot? No, not gonna happen. But we got the W, let's go. Here's a look at the final stats. The guy hung on to the puck a ton in this game, just looking for the same play over and over. To have 11 shots on goal in 10 minutes of time and attack is wild. Now, unfortunately, the game that we just played doesn't exist. It isn't there for whatever reason. So, gotta love the leaderboards here in NHL 26. So, unfortunately, I can't show you our opponent's team. I can, however, show you our final team, and here is a look at it. Robertson's fast. I would like to replace him. We'll see what happens on Tuesday with the new event. Lots of stuff here getting changed soon. As we add that Anthony Beauvillier today, I love that. We added Josh Morrissey, another great addition, but I want some help down the middle. I'd like to move Sagan to the wing, so we have lots of changes I want to get done. We finish off today's episode at tier 34 of the XP path, and with 65,878 total coins. I appreciate you watching, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next Sunday right here on the channel with another episode of Glide into Glory, a new event this upcoming Tuesday, and then another new event this upcoming Friday. So lots of stuff going on, and a lot of team changes to be made. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty.